Welcome back to TMZ Live. I am really excited about this. We bring DAYMOND JOHN on every week, every Friday to follow the money. And
whose money are we following this week?
Well, we're going to follow the Kardashian money because, as you guys know by now, this will be the last season of their television show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I have been thinking about this all morning because I don't think this is the end for them on the big screen, on the small screen. I think there is a big future for them on a streaming service, which is paying huge amounts of money to big stars. But also, there's a buzz that they could do a version of Shark Tank. So who better to talk to about all of this than DAYMOND, one of the stars of Shark Tank, and he joins us as he always does on Friday. DAYMOND, welcome back to TMZ Live.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
So what do you think? I mean, is this the end of them on the small screen or just a pivot?
This is a huge, huge move. This is what we call divide and conquer. This is scaling. This is like when Scarface said, we got to think big.
Well, I was going to say, who's Scarface? But I already have the image of Kris Jenner behind her desk.
We got to go out, set our own mark, and enforce it. Streaming, you remember, when they started, it was 3 girls. Now there's 1,000 of them. They're like the caravan that we were all afraid of 2 years ago coming in, and they're going to take over everything. Think about it like this. 2017, they got $150 million for the thing. Now you can get on streaming around $300 million. It's 3 years past that. Now, of course, you got to add interest to it, and everybody's home streaming. They still will have an imprint on because you have, 15 years of shows still in existence on E. So now they're going to keep that real estate. Plus, they'll probably have 2 or 3 spinoffs. We weren't even thinking about the girls, Kendall, and at that time, right? And now they'll probably have spinoffs. Then they're going to be on E. And I tell you, this is going to be a global takeover for these girls. However, you got to think about the opportunity cost. When shooting that show, it probably takes anywhere from 8 to 10 months. How much business are they missing by being caught up, tied up every day, shooting that show for 8 to 10 months when they can do smaller, little capsulized shows? Plus, on their phones, that family alone could reach about 500 million people combined.
David, that's the other side of this, that when they can reach 500 million people, which they can, it seems like they've built the empire not necessarily off the show anymore, but off of Instagram, off of social media, where they get huge amounts of money for endorsements, but also pitching their products. I think really social media made Kylie a billionaire. So why not just get rid of the small screen for them altogether and focus on what created their empire?
Because the small screen is still something that's going in people's homes. Listen, ratings are up these days because people are home. You want people to go there as the first window and then move to the second window. But they can do it all at the same time. I think that, first of all, listen, if they're going to do a Shark Tank type show, I will warn them that you may see us do our show. We film for about a month or 2 months, but then it takes about 8-9 months to run other businesses, and they may not want to do that. I think they should start their own type of streaming form or their own type of social media network, because if they have 500 million people watching them, listen, if you get 50 million people or you start putting things towards there, you should have something. They should probably do some kind of deal with a new upcoming streaming platform, but and get the big money by Netflix, because they have enough people now. They have about 10 stars in their family to do 10 different shows. They're going to divide and conquer.
Why not just launch their own streaming service?
Well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use that proof of concept on somebody else's platform, get a nice big check to do it, and then after going to say, hey, we did so good. You know what? I don't want another check. I want a piece of something new that we're going to start, but at least get paid to do the proof of concept at the same time. And they are very smart about doing these type of things.
DAYMOND, think about it. Like a dozen years ago, who would have thunk that this would be their trajectory? It really is quite an amazing story,
I don't know if you know the story, but I represented the girls their first couple of years, and I walked them around all of Fashion Avenue, and I told everybody that these girls have a new show coming out, and they will wear your full brand, your fashion brand, in the show for the full year, all of them for $75,000, and nobody would give me a dime. That's why I put them in Coogee the first 3 years of the show, and I told everybody they're going to be a star, but I never in my wildest dreams thought that they would be at this level, and hats off to them and Kris Jenner, and anybody and everybody can learn from them on how to go out and get that paper.
That is a great story.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was on the ground floor, man.
But you know what? They took what I was doing. I was doing product placement at that time in videos, and then Chris and them learned how to do it on this new platform called social media, and they really became a global brand. And I'm proud of them.
Loved it. Thank you so much, Damon.
Thanks, Damon.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.